think I just wanted to kind of just talk about, you know, up to this point, before I really moved to West Philly, I skipped over a few little tidbits that I thought might be interesting, you know what I mean? Interesting to know anyway. But first, I'd like to talk a little bit about my brethren, Kenyatta. Kenyatta was a great guy. He was a Rasta from Philly. I'm not sure if he was Jamaican or not. I don't think he was Jamaican, but he was from Philly, but, Particle Rasta. And he sold ganja. And I met him at like either a Capleton or a Buju Banton show. And I think it was Capleton. I hooked him up with some Northern Lights, and he became one of my key brethren. You could get ganja cheapest that I ever could see somebody get, a pound or a kilo of ganja. And it wasn't always the best though. So it was hit or miss with him. And it was rarely on weight. Usually the great price had to come with maybe it was a little bit under. As we're driving down the street, this guy would like to stop, pull over, and hand people weed. Like if you went up to him and said, "Hey, Kenyatta, I ain't seen you in a long time, dude. We gotta link up." He'd be like, "Yeah," and reach down, "Here's, take this ganja," and always left people with, like 7 grams, 10 grams. He was a great guy, but he would do this with other people's weeds. That's why your bags were always light. So Kenyatta used to come around a lot, and we used to go fetch ganja with him, to sell. But a lot of the times, because he was so slow, he would always, show up later. I'm on my way. 3 hours later, he's still not there, And most of the time, people would come, want to pick up and leave, So it would be this whole day affair with him. He would just make people wait, and it just didn't have a problem with making people wait. This one time, I had some people over, and I was expecting Kenyatta all day. And he finally shows up, and we go to fetch some ganja. And I think we went somewhere in North Philly. Normally he would just bring it, but he didn't have any. So instead of him being able to bring it, we had to go fetch it. So I had to take the money from the people that were sitting and waiting for the ganja, and go with the dread in his truck, and off we go to secure some weed. Now, I've been with him in a lot of shady places, you know what I mean? Like, I remember we were going into these little Jamaican stores, no light, like it was just dark. Only light was coming from a small kerosene heater where everybody was huddled around. And we would all sit there and talk about, we want to get a pound or 2 pounds or whatever, All these Jamaicans were like, "Oh, yeah, okay, wait. I remember one time sitting there waiting for like an hour, in the dark with all these Jamaicans. And finally, and this is in Philadelphia, and finally the one guy is like, after talking to me for this hour and feeling me out, he's like, "Yeah, the ganja's right there behind you." I was like, what was it there the whole time? Oh man. So anyway, we pick up some ganja. I probably got like a key or two, and we start making our way back to my house, which was in South Philly, on 2nd Street in South Philly. We was in North Philly, right? So now we're driving down through North Philly, and we make our turn down 2nd Street, and by now it's like 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night, getting close to midnight. Full moon, and I'm driving through the Badlands. They call this area in Philly the Badlands. And as you're going south down the street, there ain't nothing on the street, you know what I mean? The street was like desolate. We run out of gas. As this car was running out of gas, we managed to get it off the road just enough to where it's half in the road, half out of the road. It was fucked up because it's a Saturday night. I got people waiting for the ganja, we're gone hours. So now we're driving down 2nd Street. The car runs out of gas, and we just get off the side of the road, just barely. Where we broke down on this road, to the right was a junkyard, auto junkyard, and on the other side of the street was a cemetery. There's nothing around here, you know what I mean? But a cemetery and a closed junkyard. Now cars coming behind us were going around, to get out the way, and cars that were coming up the road were swerving because there was like a bag of trash in their lane up the street. It was fucking chaos, bro. And so Kenyatta's like, "Okay, look, I gotta go get gas, and he had a gas can in the back of his truck. So he gets the gas can, and it's like, he had to walk to like Girard or someplace around where there was a garage to get gas. So he takes off. So now I'm sitting in this car. It's midnight. I got like, 4 pounds of ganja at my feet in a brown paper bag. And I got, I picked up a blunt, one Philly's blunt, so I can smoke a joint, And I was gonna wait, but now that I'm broken down sitting on the side of the road, I figured now's the time to roll up. I go to crush this blunt, right? I split the blunt and I go to open it and it just crumbles to dust. It was so dried out, it just crumbled away. And I was like, fuck, man, what am I gonna do now? So I looked down and looking around the truck, and all I had, the only smokable, combustible material in this truck was the paper bag that the ganja was in, the brown paper bag. So I'm like, okay, and I rip off a nice big piece of brown paper bag, and I just crushed up, 4 grams of ganja or something like that, and put it all inside the brown paper bag, and I twisted it, and I licked it up and tried to get it to, the hairs of the rip of the brown paper bag to wrap and dry this motherfucker. Couldn't wait to dry it with the lighter, I just want to get it lit, So I start smoking it. So I'm in this car, smoking this paper bag spliff, and I'm noticing like all the cars coming swerving out of the way of this bag of trash that was in front, and these cars that are swerving out of our asshole. And I'm thinking, at some point somebody's going to meet, and there's going to be an accident, So I got out of the truck, and I figured I'm going to stand outside by the back of the truck. This way I'm not smoking weed next to the, 2 keys. I'll be more like smoking weed, back by the back of the truck. And I'm thinking like, oh, this is a fucking weird night. And I had a cell phone. This is in the 90s, right? I had a cell phone. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a Nokia or a Motorola, but it was like this big. Hello. This is what it was like back then. So I'm using this old cell phone, and I'm calling the guys at the house. And I'm like, look, man, we ran out of gas. This is going to take some time. I'll get there eventually. Don't trip, So as I'm talking on the cell phone, I look and I see a silhouette of somebody way down the road, and they're walking, towards me. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna get off the phone because I don't want nobody to see me with a cell phone up here. I put the phone in my back pocket. Now I see this silhouette walking down the street, right? It's doing its thing, and he sees me standing behind the back of the truck, and all of a sudden he's like, pew, and he jumps off the road into the trees and bushes on the side of the road. And I was like, what's this guy doing? And I'm like, fuck, man, where's this guy? He jumped off on the side of the road. I said he must be looking for a weapon, And I'm like, he's probably looking for a bottle, And all of a sudden I heard tink, 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 smash. I was like, oh man, this guy's got a broken bottle. And I started looking around in the back of the pickup truck. Which is pickup truck got in the back, And it was like some 2x4s, pieces of wood, of lumber. So I said, hey, if anything happens, I'm taking this lumber, pow, and I'm fucking. So now this guy reemerges back out onto the road, and he's walking down the street, And I got my spliff, and I'm burning my spliff. But watching him, you know what I mean? And he comes walking by me, and he walked right past me, and he had his hands in his pockets, right? So I'm ready to fucking go, but this guy, it kind of took me by surprise because he just walked the fuck away. But just as he got not even out of arm's reach, right? He turned around and he holds up, he had a broken Gatorade bottle. Gatorade had glass bottles. So he had a broken bottle and the shards were pretty sharp and jugged on it, And he holds it right up to my fucking throat real fast, And he's like, what the fuck did you say when you drove past me, motherfucker? What? What the fuck did you say? When this truck drove past me up the road, somebody yelled out the window, fuck you, or something like that, and I want to know what the fuck did you yell at me when you rode past me? I didn't yell nothing at you, man. Nobody yelled nothing out this fucking truck when we drove past you. And he's like, man, I know somebody yelled something at me, man. I was like, I'll cut your fucking chest, man. I'll cut your face. How do you like that shit, bro? Yo, man, calm down, bro. It'd be cool. I remember even saying when he was holding the fucking bottle up to me, I said, you want my split? He goes, you got $20 that I can hold? I said, no, I ain't got $20. We ran out of fucking gas, you know? Oh, that's when he's like, I know you said something, motherfucker. And he's like, no, man, I want to know what the fuck you said when you drove past me back there. And 6 months of Aikido running through my brain. Like, fucking do some Kodogash maneuver and adrenaline pumping, hype as a motherfucker. Something, you know what I mean? The only thing I think to say, bro, is like, bro, would two Rastas yell something at you if we drove past you on the road? And he was like, and he dropped the bottle. And he fucking grabbed my hand. And he said, yo, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's been a long day, man. I had a bad day. I'm sorry. And he turned around and walked away, holding his head like this. I shit you not. I shit you not. This guy, he just walked away, man, holding his head. And I was like, Ja Rastafari. Like, I was dancing. I'm smoking this spliff. I knew there was angels around. I wasn't even worried about getting hit by the truck anymore, or in the truck. So I sat back down in the truck with the door open, puffing my spliff like, fuck, man. There's nothing gonna happen. Everything's irie. So now I'm sitting there puffing my spliff, just in amazement about what just happened. And all of a sudden, a black Cadillac pulls up in front of the car. And I'm like, who the fuck is this? And I'm looking out the window, and I'm trying to see if there was like maybe Kenyatta called somebody or got a ride from the garage. He's coming back with gas for the truck. I don't know, you know. So this big fat guy gets out. He looks over at me, and I'm looking at him out the truck. He pushes down the front seat, and he starts reaching into the back seat. Now I'm like, what's this motherfucker doing? And just as this guy's fidgeting, he's fishing around in the back of his car, my brethren Kenyatta turns the corner with a gas can. He looks over at the guy looks at him. He comes walking up to me, and he's like, you know this guy? The guy looks, he gets back into his car, closes the door, takes off and goes back the same way he just came from. What the fuck, man? Like, yo, Dread, get me the fuck out of here before we get robbed. Like, something's happening. This is bad vibes going on right now, you know? He pours the gas, we get in the truck, and we make it back home. Everything's fine. These are the kind of adventures I go on with Kenyatta. This happened so many times with him. I turned him on to growing. One time when I went to Amsterdam, he gave me some money to bring him back, like this hash tumblers, like a hash maker. So we had to go pick it up though, because we had it shipped, and it came in at like JFK airport. So we had to drive all the way to the airport to shipping, go through customs. And they wanted to know what the fuck this machine was that I just imported from Amsterdam. They're like, what the fuck is this thing? And we were like, it's an onion peeler. Use it to peel onions. So Kenyatta was a great guy, man. And even later on in life, when I moved out to California, Kenyatta would come. He was like one of the only people that would come out and visit. Tragedy, like while I was living in California, Kenyatta was arrested. Ganja charges. It's always ganja charges. He was one that always he would fight the ganja charges. You know what I mean? Because he was a Rastafarian. And he could get caught with any amount of weed, and he would fight the charges, which would make him have to be in jail for prolonged periods of time. I remember I've seen his affidavits, his testimonies and things. He used to come show me. He'd have, things this thick of him talking about all the uses of ganja and how good it is for people and his right to smoke it, use it. sell it, whatever he was doing with it. It was his right as a Rasta, control cannabis. And guys are so lucky right now in the United States where this shit is legal and you didn't have to suffer, frontline like the way we did in the 90s, over and over again, the arrests. When they would see you dreadlocked, they would knew you would catch them with some ganja, and they would just, stop and frisk, catch you with weed, go to jail. You have to pay money before you get out, so much money. Yeah, so, I don't know, I was getting a bit carried away with myself. I ended up getting real angry thinking about this, so I wanted to cut and come back and just say the end piece over again. Kenyatta was arrested and died in jail. Got into a fight, got beat up by somebody in jail. They beat him so bad he had internal bleeding and he died. The cops just sent him back to his cell and he died. So people have died over marijuana, especially in jail. Everybody that's enjoying legalization now, just remember and thank somebody that went before you and had to fight for these rights. It's very important, because people's lives have been ruined over ganja, over trying to heal other people, especially in the United States. Yeah, that's about it. You should have heard me rant and raving and cursing. I'm going to try to keep this on a calm level, calm, positive note. Thank you, Kenyatta. Thank you.
Like and subscribe so we can make more videos at home. And more